right? How old were you when you lost your virginity?
16.
Same. It was a good year to lose
Yeah.
it.
A good
What?
age. That was a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
age to 16.
Yeah. I feel like it's not too early, not too late. It's
Right,
just
right.
right.
Yeah.
What's your body count?
I used to know that number, and I do not know that number
Same.
anymore.
I mean,
Same.
dude, when you do it, when it's like, does a shoot count as a like? Would I guess it does count, but
Well,
does it though?
would you
I
remember
mean,
your count?
before I had like, like had my little ones or whatever, and I think I was probably at like 20 or something like that,
Yeah.
like, and that I was like 18.
Mm.
Like, so I think I had my good fair share of numbers, and like, you know.
I mean,
Then there
there's
was a
nothing wrong with
huge
that.
gap because then I was like married twice, so then there was like 10 years, almost
Hmm.
like 9.5, that I was only with two guys.
You
Yeah.
got held up.
Yeah.
Then I broke out of that and was like,
Oh yeah. You gotta make
we
up
need.
for lost time.
So then I was
Yeah.
behind by the time, I was divorced for the second time. And then I didn't see anyone really for like a year and a half or more after my divorce. So it was a while. And then I think I probably outdone it now.
Hey.
You definitely made up for
Being
lost time now.
single for 8 years and then getting into the sex industry, I think I got a lot going on there.
Yeah. 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 You definitely made up for the lost time of two marriages. Yeah. 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 For sure. What? I mean, do you still talk to your exes or no?
So sorry. So I actually didn't speak to their dad until for the first time, and since they were like toddlers.
You said you didn't talk to your children's father for the first time since they were toddlers.
Yes, and this was like
Okay.
a couple weeks ago, but like I think he's like scared to talk to me. So
Mm-hmm.
Is that the
um
one with the friend that bought the nudes?
yes.
Oh yeah, well fuck him anyway.
Right. And so that's obviously why I got full physical and legal custody. And then, because I'm just not the one to fuck with. So I know why he's scared of me.
Yeah.
Um, I'm a big mama bear.
Hey, there's not. I'll tell you there. I mean, yeah. I would not want to. I mean, I'm married and I'm terrified what my wife would do if something were ever to happen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
I've flat out told him if anything ever, I will gladly sit behind
yeah,
bars.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
anyways,
I believe it.
then the other one after him was like a really random, like, I don't know. I haven't talked to him since the last time we spoke. We were together for 4.5 years, and then we had gotten married at the end because like he just was like always like he tried to buy his way in the beginning, and that was like
Yeah.
new for me, and I was like really young.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't realize he was like what he was doing, buying, like trying to take me into nightclubs and bottle service and buying me these sexy dresses and taking me to Vegas. And like, I didn't realize I was like a pawn, like
Mm.
on his arm or whatever. Cause I remember the stuff he would tell me, like, well, if I walk up with you, they're going to let me in, like they'll let us in right away. Like, I feel like when I think back, I didn't know it at the time, but I was like super used.
Mm.
And I think that he knew my potential before I did, and
Yeah.
I just didn't see it like that. And then we had a lot of like shitty stuff go on, and it was basically like it was always him, always like trying to keep most of him, like just enough into the relationship to keep me there, but like himself fully out.
Yeah.
And by the time I started getting like tired of it, and then when I started pulling away is when he started like trying to make these fake efforts.
Oh, I see.
And then he proposed to me, and
Was the proposal kind of like a last-ditch effort to save the relationship in a way?
it was really awkward.
Yeah.
Um, and then, it's like, oh, you should have said no, whatever. You know what?
Right.
Because I look at it this way, if I had to propose and get married and go through this really weird, it was like a movie, like we acted in a movie and then it was over. If I had to go through that just to get away from him and be done with that part of my life, like I would do it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I left him, my whole life just went like uphill and like dramatically too. I think he's probably in the same position he's in when I met him, to be fully honest with you. So yeah, I mean,
It is nice to be
Come to find
the
out, he
winning
was like,
side.
I read the yeah, I read this book and I realized he was a total narcissist.
Yeah.
So that was and both of them cheated on me too. So both relationships, but that was like, but I
It's their
haven't
own
spoken to him.
fault.
Actually, the last words he said to me was, "Good luck finding a man that'll take care of you and your kids." Those were the last words he said to me.
Man.
And you know what I thought at the moment? I had like a $26,000 ring that he was obsessed with, so it wasn't
Mhm.
even like for me, right?
Yeah.
And
Is so he could show off that he got it for you. Right.
yes, so
Yeah.
that other girls and people could see, like, oh, look what he's doing. So for those girls out there who don't realize, like, hey,
Yeah.
there's guys that are like doing stuff for their girls that's just to show off, and
Yes.
it was for him really. So he was like really crazy about trying to get that ring back, and I knew, I was like, dude, this ain't gonna be worth it. Like the way he's gonna fight over that ring, because like that was his whole savings went into that ring.
Yeah.
And he upgraded the diamond at one point, and I didn't ask for that. Like, so I looked at it this way, and everyone was like, "You never should have gave him the ring back. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that." But I gave him that damn ring back.
Yeah.
And you should see how he like grabbed it from me when he did. And I was like, you know what? No, because I knew exactly what he was going to do. He was going to sell it for less than he bought it for. Then he was going to buy a Mercedes that was going to lose value, which he did. He did all this. This ended up happening. And then that car was going to be gone. And then what does he have now? And then I was like, and I'm going to prove that I actually don't need a man to take care of me and my kids. And I've been single for 8 years ever since then,
Hmm.
and haven't had anyone in my home and stuff like that. And the amount of money that I've made and all of the progress and success. I'm on business number 4. I'm actually
Yeah.
started my real estate business now. I bought my first investment home cash.
Hell
And
yeah.
so I knew that I was going to prove a point by, here, take the ring, because who I'm going to be after this is just like so much more. And I'm sure that I knew it was going to come back. Now, real quick before I forget,
Yeah.
his best friend, this was a long time ago, obviously, like what, 10, 11 years ago, I don't even remember now, because I was with him. So if we were together for 4.5 years, and then I wasn't with him for 8 years, so in the beginning, so whatever that
12,
means.
12 and a half years.
Yeah, so his best friend used to call me Jenna Starr.
Oh shit. And
And
that's
that's how
her.
you got your name.
Oh damn.
Yes, I had no idea. I didn't know that was a common name. And he'd be like, Jenna Starr, hey, what's up? You look like a porn star. I remember I got my boobs done, and I had my spray tan on, my blonde hair, and
Yeah.
just whatever. Apparently I had the look.
Yeah. He saw
So
it
he would
before
call
you
me
did.
Jenna Starr. So that's where I got my name from. And I did it because I thought it was hilarious and it was funny. So that every time that name comes up,
Yeah.
I'm sure he's probably on that internet looking at porn, and then boom.
You have to know too that like both of your ex-husbands have definitely looked up your stuff and probably have, beat off to you.
I'm
You know what I mean?
sure I'm sure that's probably happened. I try not to think about it, but I'm
Right.
sure, yeah.
Yeah. Hey man,
Yeah.
that's a win in
They're like,
my book.
where's the anal at?
Oh my God. So, okay,
Sorry, but
man,
we're all still waiting.
good. I mean, good for you. That's, hey, you got to stand somewhere, right?